YouTube expert. Maybe you guys can figure it out, but we can't figure it out, all right? Yeah, woody, woody, woody. Woody, woody, woody. What are you eating? Chicken and nudes? Get out of my face, dog. I wish. No, I can't even hear you. That's on the damn cell phone. Pizza. Why can't we hear him on my phone? You can't hear me? Mm-hmm. No.
Is your phone on silent? Click your flicker on the side.
My flicker?
Yeah, is it up?
I don't know. Yeah, it's up.
Mic mode.
I can hear you. You can hear me. But we can't hear him. I don't know. Can they hear you? I can't hear your ass. I got you on the other fucking phone over here. That's probably why. Yeah. That's probably not why. That's total shit show. Total shit show. At least we named it right.
Yeah. Definitely named right.
I should try a third time. I don't think they can hear me either.
They said that they can hear.
Jimmy, they said they can hear you. Oh, well, this is going to be real interesting where I can't hear you, but you can hear me. Hey, man, you're the one that running this show, not me. Well, you got 15 minutes to figure it out last time. I didn't get any minutes. I just had to figure it out. No. I was live 15 minutes waiting on your ass to show up. Was the phone this? Yeah, the phone was upright, though. The phone wasn't sideways. Huh? You can hear me up, Dilly. You're talking to me. Yeah, because I got you on the cell phone, bro.
On the cell phone.
That's why you can hear me.
Oh, see, a lot of people can't hear me.
Hey, watch.
Where'd he go?
I hung up on his ass. I hung up on him and it kicked him off. Oh, yeah, don't give him his information, huh? We can hear you both. No issues. Yeah, but now we ain't got no old man. Got him. Come on, old man. Figure it out. If you call him, it's not going to turn the phone off. That's how we hear him. That's the only reason we could hear Bill's phone. The guest has left. All right, guys. I'm going to try it again. Third time's the charm, all right? Let's see here. No. Quit doing it. Don't do that. Copy link. Oh, add the old man. Stop. Now I can hear you.
Have mercy.
I couldn't hear you because you were on a phone call. It was your fault, not mine.
You called me.
Well, yeah, because I couldn't hear you.
No, because we couldn't figure out how to get him on there.
Oh, yeah, because we couldn't figure out how to get you on there.
Tell him.
Well, I don't know what we're going to tell him. There's a lot of things that people want us to talk about, apparently. I think we really hit a nerve with that post earlier today.
What post was that?
I don't even remember what we asked. Here.
I don't have Facebook.
Morgan got tired of all you Shaky Johnsons on Facebook, so she deleted it. Now I can't use her phone to get on my Facebook to answer the questions. I got to get the freaking laptop.
Mo deleted her Facebook?
Heck yeah.
Why?
Social media stresses me out anyway.
Oh.
And like with my grandmother's health and everything, I was like, it just wasn't helping. You know.
Copy.
Yeah. You
know. Somebody just asked about the drawing on the Mustang. The Mustang drawing will be Monday because legally we have to wait until, 5 days or something for the mail-in entries to come in after it's cut off. So legally, according to the law, we have to wait until like Monday to pick the winner. So you guys got all weekend to fester about it.
Nice.
Oh, Scott.
They're going to fester when I win that, Johnny. That's
Thank
what
you,
they're going to.
Scott.
You're not.
Scott sent $100.
Scott who?
I don't know. Some guy named Scott. That's all I know. It said Scott.
It disappeared really fast.
Yeah, dinner with Bill. I'm eating Chef Boyardee pizza. We're rolling in it over here.
Balling. That's how you know modern day wealth is, judged by how much Chef Boyardee a man has in his pantry.
In my Midwest Streetcars Yeti cup.
Oh, I like the color of that one.
Wow.
Balling.
Speaking of
Somebody
colors,
sent this, actually. Somebody bought this from Chief and Jackie and had it shipped to us.
That's awesome.
It was nice. Yeah, it was really nice. And I think it was meant for Vicky. You think?
Yeah, because it's Vicky
It's
color.
definitely a Vicky color.
Probably.
Yeah.
Matches our little car.
No love
Bill,
for
I'll
me.
split all the money we get tonight. I'll split it with you. All right?
I don't need it. I don't care. What are we doing?
See,
What are we
I tell
talking
you,
about?
balling.
I'm saving money every day eating Chef Boyardee pizza.
Oh, heck yeah, Tammy. Thank you for supporting her. That means a lot to us.
What did Tammy say?
She ordered the shirt from Paola.
Ah, Paola. That's awesome.
All right, so are we getting down to business or are we getting down to business?
Did you see Poland's new wheelchair?
Yes, that's straight fire.
I see.
No wheelie bar either.
Oh,
No
of course.
wheelie bar.
Does that guy look like he needs a wheelie bar?
No, absolutely not.
Small tires and no bars. That's how he rolls, bro.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. Let's get into it. They said that hard tire is a new thing. The hard tire is the new small tire.
No. Who said that?
Well, I said that, but I don't think they said that.
Of course.
Yeah, it sounded good.
Oh, so I saw a video. A guy down in Kentucky named, I think, Brandon Ratliff put up a video on YouTube today, shared it on Facebook, and mentioned me and you.
Oh, are we the bears that are coming to fuck up hard tire?
I don't know.
That's what I saw. Is that now that hard tire is getting popular, all the bears are going to come.
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely not a bear. I'm not even a cub.
Twin turbo 355. Shoo! Hypertectic pistons. What's not bear about that?
No. Not hypertectic. They're forged. TRW.
My bad.
TRWs. They weigh 6 pounds apiece.
Stock crank.
Speaking of small tire, y'all.
So
what better time to get a runny nose?
I just mentioned the other day I thought it would be cool to put my Nova together for hard tire. That's all I said.
I think it would be. I mean, it is cool.
But
now you got me looking at hard tires. I already got a set of hard tires out front in my yard.
Oh boy. So I mean, here's the thing though. I'll probably put hard tires on the Nova and get it ready to race it that way. But in all honesty, probably not going to race it that often. Because if I'm racing a car and both the boys are racing a car and I have to help them, then there's really nobody left to help me, or it just gets hectic.
It's a hard tire car. How much help do you need?
Bro, this is serious.
My bad. I thought you were bullshit.
No, I'm just saying, if like 2 cars is plenty to keep going, and if I'm racing and both the kids are racing, that gets to be pretty hectic. So I'll probably get the car ready, but will I race it a lot? Probably not.
For sure. I mean, if you're racing 3 cars, when are you going to have time to sit in the motorhome?
You're a dick.
Got him. That was a good one, bro. That was a good one.
You're a dick.
Man. I cracked myself up with that one.
All right, onward. What else you want to talk about?
I was curious. It seems like they don't make a hard tire that's competitive in a 15-inch wheel. The cars that were flying this past weekend or the few weekends ago at War in the Woods were all 17, 18-inch wheel.
No, that's not true. Really?
Yeah, that dude who won the freaking Mustang or whatever the hell he calls that. It's a horrible freaking name for a car, but I still like that guy. Yeah, he's on like an 18-inch wheel.
No, can't be. You're on crack.
No way. He's on meth, but I'm not on crack. Yeah, the Mustang ran an 18-inch wheel, and that meant that he could get some because it's 220 tread wear tire, right? So then the whole shtick is that you got to have a 220 tread wear tire because it's the softest tire. So Morgan wants to show you something.
All right. Oh boy. What do you want? Oh, a purple one.
Isn't it so cute?
Yeah.
This one's great. It looks great with the green.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Then, for our girls, we kind of got like a body
What?
small tire
What?
gangster.
For the
That's
big
sick. Hey, who's that hot-looking chick on the back?
I know. Who is that baddie? You see
I don't
that?
know. I don't
I
know.
don't know who that is. It'll be a mystery forever.
Get real. Correct. He ran an 18-inch wheel. Has been running an 18-inch wheel for over a year. So there
Really?
you go, man. It sounds like if you want to be competitive on a hard tire, and I mean a 220 treadwear hard tire, that you probably need to have an 18-inch wheel.
Well, I'm not. So there's that.
Me neither. Couldn't pay me to get an 18-inch wheel.
No. No.
Yeah.
No.
But I will put my hard tires on beadlocks for damn sure.
Will you
Now,
really?
yeah, dude, you can really put a hard tire with a beadlock rim. I've done it.
What else you got to chit chat about? I'm going to keep you on point here.
All right. Well, Ryan Mitchell wanted to talk about 4x4 being allowed in backside of the track no prep, but I told him this isn't 2022 anymore, and I don't think we really have that problem as a racing community. I don't think we really have any of these issues where you see 4x4 or all-wheel drive trying to race back in the track.
Are you serious?
What'd you do? You turn your camera off?
No, fucking Tommy. Hang on.
Damn it, Tommy, what'd you do?
Damn it, Tommy.
Damn, it must be impressive.
This is a really nice
The
one.
guest left.
Well, Ryan, sounds like you need to talk about what you need to talk about.
Well, I mean, then it's a one-man show. Then it's not the shit show if I don't have this bullshitter on there.
Tommy tried to call me in the middle of a live, and it screwed it all up. I had to exit out and come back in.
Bro, Tommy, how are you not on the live right now? Tommy, you should be in the comments with everybody else. All right?
You know
If you want to get a
who
hold
else
of the old
isn't?
man right now, get your ass in the comments.
You know who else isn't in here? Chief and Jackie, because they just dropped a new video right on top of our shit.
It's all right. I still got
No.
mad love for Chief and Jackie. It's all right. That's what I get for not communicating what the hell I was going to do today. I'm trying to find the post that I made on Jimmy Dale Racing. And then you see that post in Blue Collar. Boy, we really got him stirred up over there.
Dude, I haven't even been hardly in there today because I've been busy.
You're
in the
lying.
shop.
You've been going back and forth with that one dude about the Falcon and the Falcon this and the Falcon that.
That's literally the only thing I've read in there is that one freaking post.
That one dude has lived rent free in your comments all day long today.
You scrappers. Say hi,
Hey.
scrappers.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Now the live's getting hijacked by the dog. This guy wants to know what power adders are the least expensive to run and the easiest on parts and tuning. That's a loaded question. What
That is a loaded question.
power adder are the least expensive to run and the easiest on parts and tuning?
You want to
Nitrous.
answer that?
I'm going to answer nitrous. What's your answer?
Turbo.
Yeah. But turbo, if you're not a tuner, then you get to marry a tuner. Then you get to use your wallet. Hear me out. You get to use your wallet to pay for that tuner's attention. Follow me?
I hear you. I hear you.
But least expensive to run, turbo. I'll give you that. Turbo. Yeah. This guy wants us to go over the 50 baddest small tire cars that are going to be at Gangster Paradise. We're not doing that.
We're not doing that.
No. How can we make street racing a bigger scene? You know, this is a good. We both agree on this. Street racing was never meant to be a big scene. Street racing was always kind of like a grudge race between me and some other bloke on the other side of town that I didn't really fuck with. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so street racing over the years, you know, cash days, you know, which all have a soft spot in our heart for cash days.
Right.
But cash days really blew it out of proportion and made it something that it's not supposed to be on a weekly basis. You know, when I was a kid, cash days was like a once every few months, like once a year type of thing. You would hear it. I remember sitting in algebra class in 10th grade, and a buddy of mine's like, "Hey, my uncle said there's a cash days this weekend." And so then, you know, you just kind of, you use all your leads. And the next thing you know, you and the boys are in the Honda driving to every race spot you can imagine.
I
Trying to
never,
find
ever, ever was in a Honda.
Well, you don't know what good fuel mileage is like, then.
Jesus.
But back to the question here. I'm going to let you answer it now. How can we all come together and make street racing a bigger scene? Go.
You can't.
Facts.
It's not a come together thing. It's not a spectator sport. It's not.
Nope.
It's not.
Nope. And
it was never intended to be.
Let's talk on the subject. I think that's why Chief and Jackie are so focused on street racing, because they don't want to go to events where they got to stand out there all day long and go rounds, yada 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 yada. They want to go to a street race. That means like no spectators. That means like
imagine the people in their face because nobody has any goddamn respect.
Say it again.
Oh, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I didn't know I was being that loud.
There's only 1,500 people on here. You know what I mean?
Is there really? There's 1,500 people on here?
Yeah. I would have graduated 08, but I didn't have time for that shit. This guy wanted to know what suspension's on Magic Johnson. So what suspension parts are underneath Magic Johnson? Magic Johnson has got Jeff Thomas long travel Viking front struts. The same exact thing that's on the front of the Falcon. Same thing. Other than that, it's got Vikings in the rear, stock suspension, like springs in the spring perch. Nothing fancy. This is a good one. All right. Where do you see no prep in the next 5 years?
You want to answer first? You want me to go first?
I'll go first because I'm just going to bullshit off the top of my head. You're going to see Ryan Mitchell on hard tires. That's where we're all headed. And then if we can all start buying 26 8.5s, I think 26 8.5s would be cool. But what people miss out on the 26 8.5 deal is it's still a money race. It's still about who has the most horsepower.
I need to plug my ears.
26
I can't believe you're saying that. What are you talking about?
They don't look cool either. I'll give you that. They don't look cool at all.
No.
But, yeah, where do you see no prep in the next 5 years?
All right. I see most likely more streetcar classes. I see stock firewall, stock floor pan classes, and tube chassis and back half cars probably end up running on their own.
Hey, well, Chief and Jackie are on here because this motherfucker's sending me text messages like, what the fuck? You're going to tell fans we don't want to hang out with them?
That's what he gets for not coming on here live with us.
Balls busted the entire time.
That's what you get. I told you to text him and see if he wanted to come on here tonight, and you're like, nah,
I can still invite his ass, but he's not going to accept it. But I mean, I'll try. Fuck it. Well, let me. No, I can only have one guest. There's only one guest allowed.
Oh,
okay, so kick me off and bring Chief on here.
No. He's way too rude. Everybody thinks he's super cool, but at the end of the day, he's very rude.
No, he's not.
You got to have tough skin if you're going to fuck with Chief. Ask me how I know.
Hey, he's a lot like me. He don't sugarcoat shit.
There is no sugarcoating of the chiefness, right?
It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't.
Yeah. Like you're going to tell him, hey, I think this. And he's like, if you're an idiot.
Perfect. Like, everybody needs one of those in their life.
Well,
I prefer it. I prefer that, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, my kids don't.
I admire people that do.
But I do.
Well, Morgan likes that attitude.
Well, because I don't have that. So I wish I had that in me. I wish I had that.
Every time I text him, he's like, you're going to think I'm a dick, but...
but facts.
No. All right, what else?
Yeah. All right. Has Billy ran yet?
Oh, my God.
Why do some people think a 29.5 is a small tire? Personally, for me, it's watching the builds from start to finish. None of these are good questions. These are just people talking.
Doodles even looking like idiots.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about that subject. Why not to do the Street Outlaw show and how they exploit real racers? Damn, Darren, fucking, you hear that one?
Yeah, I heard that one.
He said, why to not do the Street Outlaw show and how they exploit real street racers? Shoo!
They've,
All right, look.
They've got pretty
So
good.
imagine you're a fucking small tire, kid, right? Like myself as a kid. On a local level, you race True Street and you race like Outlaw Daily and even Daily Driver if your car fits in it. And you do some heads up racing and some index racing. Well, anyhow, one day you get this opportunity to go race the 405. And you're like,
Right.
yeah, of course. So you go race the 405, right? And then you come back and it's like 2 days later. You haven't even got the whole process of the shit show and how they just tried to clown on you. You remember that whole thing about Jimmy doesn't know how to stage his car? This guy doesn't know how to stage his car. Well, anybody who knows anything knows that a nitrous car doesn't stage in a street race. Shit don't work that way, right?
No.
So you don't even have time to process that they were trying to shit on you on the show because you're still excited to be on it, right? So you say yes to the next opportunity.
And for the record,
the next opportunity is to go all the way to Las Vegas for 2 weeks for $1,500. And then they dangle that carrot out in front of you about, hey, if you win all these races, you'll make even more money. And you just kind of keep saying yes, saying yes, saying yes. And then it doesn't get to the point where you're like, hey, this isn't what I want to do until you've spent, for me, it was like pretty much a whole year. But for a lot of people, I don't know that they ever really wake up and say, whoa, this isn't good for me. This is bad news, right? Sound is cutting out.
That's a double-edged sword.
Yep.
It really is. I mean, we were on locals only. It was a wonderful experience. We didn't have any problems, but that is pretty much run by Sean and Asian, well, Farm Truck and Asian, I should say.
Yeah.
So
his real name Sean?
Huh? Yeah, his real name's Sean.
There you go, folks. You heard it here first, only on the shit show. Yep. Farm Truck's real name is Sean.
Yeah. So
now you know.
He told me I'm not allowed to call him that. I'm Uncle Farm Truck to him. So.
Oh well, you only told 1,900 people, so don't worry, they'll forget it.
Yeah. So that was a really good opportunity. We enjoyed it, and I'd do it again, or the kids would probably do it again. But that's definitely not the same as the regular television show. So, and what did I tell you? Like, we had over the years as Billy was coming up and Tommy was coming up, they had multiple opportunities to go get on a television show. There were multiple opportunities, and at first it always seemed like a good idea, but then as we got closer to it, we watched what happens, and it's not the show's fault, but inevitably jealousy rears its ugly head and people turn on each other, and people that were friends aren't friends anymore because one guy got invited and the other one didn't. And they, there's certain people that can afford to take a week off and some people can't. And then it's like, it's tough. It's rough on friendships. And it's just, I don't know. And a lot of the times the guys that were really wanting to go, maybe they had the money to go, but they really weren't street racers. And we knew that. And we knew that if they went, they were just going to get slaughtered. And a lot of times people that maybe had a little bit more money, or sometimes people would get invited because of what they bring to the table. And it wasn't necessarily a good street race team or a good street race car. It was, well, so-and-so is going to get invited because he's got a big motorhome and a stacker, and we can.
Yeah, or so-and-so's going to get invited because he's got a hot wife.
Yeah, like you.
That's not why I got invited. So, and what about all the good shit talk that happens on the show, and then you go to watch the show, and none of it actually gets put in the show? Like,
I don't know. I've never been on that show.
Bigger Balls Prevailed. Bigger Balls Prevailed was the most PG rated shit I said on that show. Anyhow, next week on the shit show, we'll talk about Mega Cash Days because it's airing Monday, and my ass made a huge mistake and actually went to that. And so you'll see me. I can't tell you what's going to happen.
You were on 2 different episodes or something, 2 different shows. I'm confused.
we were on the 405 show. We gapped Doc, drove around him.
Has that one
It
been
was a
aired yet?
drive-by and a gap.
Has that one been aired yet?
Yeah. That was the first one that aired. It aired like back in the whenever. February sometime. It aired at some point.
And that was in California?
No, that was in Oklahoma.
Oh.
And I gapped Doc. And then we went to film the Fastest in America show with JJ. And that was a complete shit show. Like, you think, oh, I'm going to go race Fastest in America with JJ. And then you get there, and it's JJ on the starting line, and he's got 3 cups and a ball.
Know better.
And he's like, which one do you think it is? You're like, wait, I came to race. He's like, yeah, I know. Which one do you think it is? And you're like, that one. And he's like, nope, you lose. And you're like, okay, that one. Nope, you lose. That's racing with JJ and the boss, or the loss. It should be called JJ and the boss. But so anyhow, I agree. Beating Doc is not an accomplishment.
Lily's taking off. Your shit no more. He's not going to deal with your shit no more. See you tomorrow, buddy.
Oh, bye.
And so, yeah. So we were on the 405 show, and then we were on Fastest in America, and we're going to be on Mega Cash Days. It comes out Monday, like a few days from now.
So what people don't
next week we can talk about that, but I'm done talking about it.
What people don't understand is that's a television show first.
Yeah.
And a television show is not there for the racers that are not part of the show. You're basically props, really.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
absolutely.
Blunt. I'm sorry. That is pretty blunt, but so
it's true.
All right. So here's how this works. And I'm not an expert. I don't claim to be, but the TV show is a business first. And the producers, I guess that's Pilgrim, film episodes, and then they sell those episodes to Discovery Channel. And Discovery Channel is not going to buy episodes that aren't going to be a guaranteed return option. So they jerk the chain, and they kind of change the rules midway through. Like at first, I think it was Boosted that, like, we got invited to that thing, and at first it was Boosted's call about who got to go and what was going to happen. Like, it was all on Boosted. And then once everybody got ready and started heading out there, then we found out, it's not going to be that way. And the reason
it's already sideways. Yep.
Yeah, it's already sideways, and that's because.
So one last thing to say on that.
All right, I'm ready.
One last thing to say on the whole Street Outlaw thing, and then we'll be done with it. All right. So, you know what a bottom bitch is, right? All right.
What?
So Boosted is Sam's bottom bitch. Okay. He's the bottom bitch, and he keeps all the other bitches in check. All right. Now Sam is the pimp. You follow me? So,
dude,
Sam is the pimp, and Boosted is the bottom bitch. So Boosted keeps them all in check. Now on other shows, JJ may be the bottom bitch, or Ryan Martin may be the bottom bitch, but typically Sam is the pimp, right? He's the pimp. He's the one making all the money off the hose. You know what I mean? You're selling yourself and, getting hoed out. And then you got one hoe, the bottom bitch, who's keeping them all in check, okay? So we're done talking about it. Let's move on to the next subject. What are your thoughts on the crowded starting line when you're trying to do burnouts and backup? Spectators should be in spectator section, he says.
Yeah.
I disagree, but I know you probably agree.
Look, I don't give a shit as long as they keep their stupid ass feet out of the groove and they're not spilling beer all over the starting line.
I was doing both those things at War in the Woods.
I know. That's why I was trying to throw your ass off there.
I was cracking beers together. I was stepping in the grass and then stepping on the lane. And it was Eric. Eric, Casey Max's crew guy. Dream Team crew guy. I'm pretty sure he wanted to wring my fucking neck, bro.
I'm pretty sure he did too.
But guess what? It didn't matter. They still won. But if they had lost, he would have blamed it on me for sure. 1,000%. I still got love for him. But what are your thoughts on the crowded starting line? My thoughts are most no preps, the successful no preps, think of it, how earlier you said it's a TV show that has racing? Well, in no preps, and I mean the banger no preps, it's a party that has no prep racing. Follow me? War in the Woods was a party that had no prep racing.
That's how that's how Midnight Madness used to be at KD when Billy and I first got that deal going. It was a party.
Fair.
It was a party where a race broke out at midnight.
This dude sent me an Xbox game. Bro, I play Xbox. Send it to me. Yeah, so it's a party that racing popped off in, right?
I mean, we had. All right, so before KD, there was Pacemakers Cash Days, and we always had some pretty girls out on the starting line, and they'd hold up signs like small tire class first round, big tire first round. They were like the ring girls at a boxing tournament, or a boxing match, where they have the real pretty girls and they come out there and they hold the signs up.
Yeah. Or
We
like
were
the
doing
club
that.
you've never been to.
Oh,
Right.
yeah. Model girls.
So, I mean, we always had like really good music playing. Like generally, when you go to the track, they're playing like Sunny 95 or some bullshit music that nobody wants to listen to, but it's like ambiance. No, we would have like Kid Rock thumping. We'd have rap music thumping. And it was back then it was a big deal. Like you wouldn't ever go to a track up here and hear that kind of music playing. Or what the do again?
We're getting our views up. Getting the
She's gonna
views
kill
up, man.
you.
That's what we're doing.
She's gonna kill you. When she watches this
It's all right.
back, she's gonna kill you.
It's all right. They're saying Chief is in the comments. Does
He?
Chief have any constructive criticism other than to quit talking about me? It's probably all he's got to say.
After that hit piece you did on Sam, you're probably gonna have a contract out on your ass.
Well, didn't get paid enough not to say what I felt like. So, and that's the same thing I told the 405. We went to race the 405. I said, yeah, bet 1,000. And Doc said, no. I said, bet 500? No. Bet something? No. It's like, okay, well, you damn sure didn't pay me enough to be out here. So, thanks.
Oh, boy.
Hey, you're welcome. Johnny Weaver hit me up for a nitrous kit this week. We just got it sent out. So, awesome, good. Johnny. I don't know what Justin's in here laughing. The knockoff Big Chief. Some guy posing to be Big Chief's in the comments.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Knockoff Big Chief. See, that's why he should be in here in person.
I don't think so. There's a tote. There's totes right there. Are we missing more totes?
Yeah.
There's a tote over there. There's two totes over there. Oh, there's two totes back there. Yeah. Look, hold on. We're going to take an immediate break to show you my living room. Does it look like we're trying to ship merch out or what?
Jesus, that's a mess, Jimmy. That's a total mess.
Yeah.
That's a total mess.
I'm trying to get this merch out, bro. I'm like way in over my head.
You need to do a better job because now they're bitching at me in my comments about your merch. You believe that? I'm catching hell. I'm catching hell because you're slacking.
I've only been a YouTube guy for like 4 months, bro. What am I supposed to do? I'm just supposed to figure it out immediately?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this dude over here below me has a well-oiled machine, and I don't have it yet. All right.
Who
so
does?
I'm working on it, and Mo's working on it. Look, as we speak right now. All right. Slaving away. Yeah, I'm forcing her to do this. She has no choice. She couldn't just do whatever she wanted.
Poor Mo.
I know.
Yep. Let's see.
I had an idea for a shirt the other day, and Jimmy won't do it. You ain't got the balls.
I like my shirt idea more than yours.
What's your shirt idea?
I'm not going to give it up. You've already seen it, but I'm not giving it up. I have to get all these shirts shaved. I got to shave all these shirts first. All right? I got to send all these shirts first.
All right, so my idea was a shirt, a black shirt, white letters that says IFUX with Jimmy Dale, and he won't do it.
And then I made it better. I thought Mo in like a cartoon Mo in a bikini and she's got a nitrous bottle, and she's spraying it, and it's spraying out, and it says, "I fucks with Jimmy Dale."
Oh.
That was going to be fire, right?
Yeah.
But that's not what we're doing right now. I
But
can't
you
even come
won't
up
do
with a
it.
new shirt design. I don't have all the shirts sent that they already ordered.
All right,
And they
then I'm
were
going
like,
to make the shirts and I'll sell them on my site, and you'll be like, I should have done that.
no, you should have came up with some fire merch ideas a long time ago. Go for it. He says, y'all love Dragon Drive. You should keep talking about that. I could give 2 fucks less about Dragon Drive. I don't
Okay.
give a shit about Dragon Drive. The only
Jeez,
Dragon
Jimmy,
and
tell us
Drive
how
I'm
you
doing
really
is from the
feel.
trailer to the pits.
Tell us
What?
how you really feel.
It's boring. It's boring because it's
It
not
is boring.
heads-up racing.
Exactly.
It's like they should call it the Turbo John Nationals. And I like
Oh,
Turbo
man.
John, but
I love
what?
Turbo John, but that was a low blow.
Okay, call it the Caddy Jack Nationals. Call it the Test and Tune Nationals.
I didn't say that.
We should call it Test.
Jackie,
Week. That's what they
if
should
you're
call it.
watching,
Instead
I
of Sick
never
Week,
heard
it should be
that.
Test and Tune Week. That's all they're doing.
Now I'm getting people texting me, my God, that girl is a smoke show. I just
My
got
old
a
lady?
text. Yeah, I just got a text from somebody came through from Indianapolis, Indiana. It says your old lady's a smoke show.
Yep, I know. You ain't
I should
telling me
name
nothing,
drop
dude.
this guy. I should name drop him.
You should. She's been smoking fine since high school, too. Even when she had half her head shaved, she was smoking fine. When to expect Jimmy Dale at Decker Boys? Where's Decker Boys?
Kentucky.
Oh, that's that ice skating rink?
Yeah.
It's not actually an ice skating rink, babe. It's a track that looks like an ice skating rink because
In all fairness, I've never been there.
Yeah.
I've never been there.
Let's see. This guy wants to know how the future of drag racing is going to be small tire, no prep cars that don't cost $450,000 to build, and your average blue collar working guy can build one in their garage. Well, you know what? You can. You just need to sell crack while you're working your blue collar job, and then you'll be competitive.
Here, I got something to talk about.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Random showing up at your house in the middle of the day.
I've only had one random show up to my house, and I feel bad because I kind of barked at him. And I mean, I'm sure he's a nice guy. It's just.
I had one today. Very nice guy.
Yeah.
Totally nice guy.
Yeah.
But it was okay. So it's one of those things. If I continuously allow people to show up in the middle of the day and film random strangers in my shop, it's like an invitation for more random strangers to show up. Yeah. And like, I can't film and edit and do what I do every day if I'm trying to entertain somebody in the middle of the day. So it's just not something I want to get into.
Like, catch a social cue and go and get. Catch a social cue and go and get.
That guy that's trying to impersonate Big Chief said we all feel terrible. You have to deal with that. I mean, I do feel terrible for you.
Somebody just asked, when is Billy's truck coming back? And it's coming back very soon.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's news to me.
Yeah. And the Malibu's coming back very soon, too.
Oh, yeah. We better keep that Malibu away from Magic Johnson because I'll flip that motherfucker. And that Nova. But we'll get off that subject. I still love you. We're on the same team. I don't want to beat you.
You're getting me all messed up.
They would like to know how the new shop is coming along, but that's not important, they said. So give us a shop update.
So the drawings have been submitted to the county. And once the county accepts them, then we go down and put a down payment on it, and they put us on the list to build a barn. So that should be hopefully any day now.
That's super exciting.
That is super exciting. I saw the rendering. It is gorgeous.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be really nice. I'm pretty excited about it.
I think they're building this apartment in there, too.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, shut the... Jimmy.
What? Yeah, now there's going to be fucking lingerers thinking that they can just stay at their house.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you're one of the 2,560, 96, 2,600, if you're one of the 2,600 people watching this, feel free to pull up into the old man's driveway and you can stay in my apartment.
I'm going to kick your ass. Right square in the nuts.
No,
Ask
I'm
Jimmy
kidding.
if
Don't pull
Poland
up at an
flipped him.
old man's house.
Ask
He's got
Jimmy if
vicious
Poland
dogs.
flipped him for 20.
You want to flip for 20 right now?
That's what Poland said.
No, Poland. No, we're not flipping for 20. Poland's trying to get back on that losing streak that he's had, and he beat me once the other day. Whatever. This guy says the hottest thing in drag racing is local content makers showing the day-to-day behind the scenes. Trust me, you don't want to see all of the day-to-day. You know, I think I spend at least 2 hours trying to push a turd out every morning. You know it's true because you and me both be on the phone while we're shitting. All right, let's get on to something more constructive. At some point, hopefully before someone gets killed, there's got to be some sort of safety standards implemented. You should go to NHRA. They've got all that kind of thing you want at NHRA. Cars going down the track with no front clips trying to get weight off the front. How is that a safety issue? A roll bar for a cage with welds that look like wadded up chewing gum.
Well, this turned into a Rambletron. You're pulling up some of the gayest stuff I've ever heard.
Yeah, let's just move on.
Gay.
Let's get to some good shit.
We can't say that word too loud. Demonetize.
Oh, sorry. It's the G word.
The G word.
What is this supposed to be about? Not full-blown drag cars. Cheapest way to build a 6.0 to 650 car to index race with. Engine, trans, combo, power adder. You ready for it? Trick question. Buy a car that's turnkey. Done. Nailed it.
Can't argue.
You can't hear me?
Can't argue.
No, you'd be the dumbest person I've ever met to try to build a car in today's day. This guy says, all I know is the old man's channel and your channel has made me interested in drag racing again, and then put the nose emoji. So, good for you, bro. I'm glad.
Is that a nose emoji? Is that a shot at you?
I don't think it's a shot. I think he's like repping. He's like, yeah, big nose to the front, maybe. That's how I'm going to take it, all right?
Okay.
She's obviously not upset with it.
No, not today.
Not today. Damn, that really backfired on me.
Why would I be mad?
Didn't join the Talks a Real Street event. What's that mean to you guys? I see in events I can't race in because I don't have a heater and a headliner of all things. Oh and I already responded to this guy. He's talking about classes where you have to have a heater and a headliner, and all they're trying to do is slow the class down. You can't hate them for that.
No, it's not that. It's supposed to be for real street cars.
Well,
it is what it is.
So you could have a Coyote Mustang with twin turbos that makes 1,500 horsepower and has AC and power steering and heat, but you can't have a Nova with a 383 and no heater.
It is what it is. Put a fucking heater in your shit. Don't cry.
We're only going to touch on this subject for a short period, and then we're going to move on to bigger and better things. This guy, what does it take to be competitive with it in a car? That's what I thought. All right. Oh, this is a good one. The War in the Woods has grown, and what would you like to see that would make it get even bigger and more popular? All right, loaded question. It doesn't need to get any bigger. No, it doesn't need to be any more popular.
In fact, it needs to get a little bit smaller, probably.
I mean, that's never going to happen. You don't get to go back down once you go up, right?
Yeah, you can.
No, you don't beat Tyson and then, like, not fight Muhammad Ali after that, you know?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying probably invite only, or, like, I would like to, like, I'm sick to death.
No big tire?
Huh?
No big tire?
No. All right, so, personally, for me, I'd rather go to an invite-only race where it's more of a prestigious thing and there's only going to be 16 or 32 cars there in each class. So you're going to get so many rounds in a day, and it's less apt to have accidents. And because right now it's like everybody, I'm not trying to be a dick, but I mean, it's just like they'll take anybody that comes through the gate and that'll pay the entry fee. And then you end up with all kinds of other little problems. But You end up with a marathon. You end up with a marathon race.
I'm going to one of those this weekend. H-Town Throwdown in Oklahoma will be a marathon race. Last year they had 210 cars.
Yeah.
210.
I'm not interested in marathon races, man.
I enjoy it, but
it is what it is. I mean, it depends on what time of year it is. If it's in the middle of January, and you're down south, that's no big deal. But in the middle of July up here or down there,
yeah,
not good.
It's going to be hotter than two rats fucking in a wool sock this weekend. And honestly, as the night goes on, this is something that people don't talk about enough. As the night goes on at a marathon race, more and more mistakes are made from fatigue. It's facts.
What?
People get tired. They get tired. They make mistakes.
You're just talking out your ass.
I mean, that's what I use. That's my excuse for when it
You're
gets late.
100% just talking
Fatigued.
Fatigue.
I'm going to fatigue her later.
I got 20, says you don't.
I bet. Lock it in.
Mo, you with me?
Hey, what the fuck?
Hey, what time does your car need to run competitive in small tire? It just depends whether you're running front side or back side and how good the track is. But generally, a low 5-second car to run small tire on any surface, really, you've got to be at least in the low fives. At least.
How fast do you think you have to be at War in the Woods to win small tire? Come on, give it to me.
What was that?
How fast do you think you have to be?
No. When you did this, what was that?
The kids these days call it a woody. It's a white booty. You see what I'm saying? A woody. It's a thing. You think you had to go 490s to win at War in the Woods? I disagree. I think you got to be faster than 5.0s too. Fake Justin Shear. You ain't fooling anybody. This guy says 490s. This guy says 490s. I think 490s would have gone rounds, but I don't think 490s is what won it. But maybe that's a question for somebody else.
490s is close to winning it. 490s can win it if somebody makes a mistake.
Oh, now you're talking. Now you're talking.
Yeah, right. 490s can win it in one lane if the other lane's not as good.
There you go. This guy says 470s, 420s. No, not that fast. Not that fast. They still want to know, is Billy ran yet? Hard tires becoming more popular, it looks like. How fast do you think those hard tire cars were going? I seen them doing wheelies, bro. I mean, granted, I do a wheelie and go 650, but like, how fast do you think?
Wheelies doesn't mean you're going fast.
Right.
The fastest cars are always the ones that look like they're leaving kind of slow and gentle, like the Falcon. If you watch that Falcon run, it looks like a turd when it leaves. But you set it beside something that's really fast, and it's right there. By itself, I don't think the Falcon looks very fast by itself.
Every time I see the Falcons pass, I think to myself, you could have hit it harder.
Yeah.
Could have hit it harder. That's the first thing I always think of. Could have hit it harder.
The Falcon's very efficient. It's extremely efficient, but it gets outpowered on a decent front side. But it's one of those things where until here just recently, we've been making some changes on the suspension on the Falcon, or Billy has. And the Falcon's probably the best right now it's ever been. By far. It actually is. It is by far the best right now that it's ever been. And last weekend, we probably could have put more power to it if Tommy would have taken the left lane instead of the right lane. But
you sound a little salty there.
No, I mean, I asked Billy, like, they picked the left or the right lane, and I came back and asked Billy, I said, "Are you sure you want to do that?" And he's like, "That's what Tommy wants to do." I'm like, "Okay." But yeah, I mean, the Falcon's been 490s on really good track and good air. But once you get the Falcon up over 38 pounds of boost, it tries to lift the heads and drink its own coolant. So rather than tear it up, like we know where the edge is, we know exactly what a Falcon can do and what it can't. So we can run it right up there to 35, 36, 37 pounds and it'll live. But when you start pushing 38 pounds to it, it's got a stock block.
You see that?
What?
You see that? We got freaking Kent Murphy, the Dinger champ, in the comments. Miss Jackie herself, Midwest Street Cars, Dinger Derby. You get it? Because she puts it in the Dinger. Be jacked up, not jacked off. Tell them.
Tell them.
All right, tell them. Let's talk about slow as hard tire compared to northern hard tire. Yeah. I mean, I think you have hard tire needs to get their shit in order because right now you have two hard tires. You have south hard tire and north hard tire. And north hard tire is a 220 tread wear to a 400. And they can't figure it out. Is it a 400 race? It is a 220 race. Yeah, every single race seems to vary. And then, Poland's texting me right now. He's telling me, tell him that a hard tire car in Texas, a fast hard tire car, is 650s. 650s. Yeah, down here, that's fast for our hard tire race. If you go 650s in hard tire, you're a bad man with jamma down here.
Up here, you're in the way.
Facts.
Completely in the way.
Facts. Yep, and I feel like a lot of that is ballast and weight percentages and stuff like that. But
we need a dinger competition, Jackie. Are you serious?
No, I can't afford a dinger competition. I can't afford that.
I got something to talk about.
All right, go for it.
How about Chief and Jackie figuring out how to do this fucking YouTube thing? I mean, they're really starting to come into their own. Like their content.
They sound like they got it going on. How about that last pass you made, though? Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like everything I've watched of theirs has been like, okay. And then that last pass in their last video, well, I haven't seen the video that dropped tonight, but the last pass was like, damn.
The one where the kitty was in the tree?
Yeah, where the kitty was chasing the owl in the tree. Yeah. That pass, that was like respectable.
Yeah.
I was impressed.
So the thing about them is if they come out and they go to a race, they got to be ready. Because they'll get freaking hammered in the comments. Like when they go out, everybody expects them to win. So if they go out first round, then they just catch shit in the internet for months and months. Well, they were first round out. You know what I mean? So they're trying to get their shit together, and I'm proud of them. Honestly, they're doing a really good job.
I think it's pretty quick. I like Caddy Jack a lot. I think that's awesome. Big Chief just got a new headache. Yeah, oh yeah.
You're welcome, Jackie.
All right. Now
people don't realize how hard that is to do what they're doing. I watch it and I'm like, wow, they've got a lot going on and they've got a lot of patience. Justin has a lot of patience. He's got 10 times more patience than I got.
Yeah, because he can have a conversation with me and not lose his cool.
He can? I can.
I asked him today, like, I got this new motor in my car, and all I can think about is how do I get blue flames? Not about, like, how do we keep it together? Or dude, how do we not blow it up?
I was literally ready to kill you in the dyno.
How do we get blue flames?
I was literally ready to kill you in the dyno when we had your motor on the dyno at Bob's.
Well, new motor goofing. That's what they call it. That's what the kids call it these days.
I don't goof in the dyno room, man.
You don't goof at all.
Huh?
Look at him. He's goofing with you right now.
Well, I mean, he's
goofing right now.
Well, nothing like some Chef Boyardee to really get your goofing going.
Oh, that red 40.
Yeah, that red 40 and all the other oils and stuff that he ate. Fucking probably just got 5% more cancer there. But
hey.
Sorry, we can't be truthful about it.
No, we just lay out the C word right now. Sensitive.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
What's your thoughts about? Hang on. What's your thoughts about racing Lizzie Musey racing No Prep Kings and fighting cancer? I mean, what kind of question is that? I mean, one, I don't know Lizzie Musey. I mean, I don't really think that's right for me to speak on somebody else's personal situation like that, but I mean, more power to her as long as she can do it and keep it going. I mean, that's going to be tough.
She would tell you this. Do I have a choice? Do I? Do I have a choice?
I don't know. I don't know her. I've never spoken to her.
I'm just guessing that that's what she would say. I mean, I've only met her once or twice. She seems nice. I think the only time I ever talked to her was when freaking Smoke and Kai were calling me Jimmy Dale, which shout out to those boys. Appreciate that. Look how far we've come with that
They
shit.
helped you with that, didn't they?
They really did. They threw me a bone. I don't know if they knew what they were doing at the time, but I'm sure they see the shit show now and they're like, look at this fucking silly fucker. He's killing it.
I think I made a post in Blue Collar a few months ago. I said, watch what happens to this guy in 12 months. I think I said that. I'm pretty sure I made a post in Blue Collar. And we ain't even made it 3 months yet. And they're making a statue of you in Bean Blossom, Indiana right now.
Don't I look like a Bean Blossom, Indiana kind of guy? You know what I mean? Yeah.
No, for real, man. You're killing it.
Jimmy Dale. Get the fuck out of here.
You're killing it, dude. You're killing it.
I'm trying.
And I knew you could. I knew you could. All right, listen. Tell a story about the very first time you ever texted me.
All right. So I met. Let's go back a little bit.
No, don't go too far. You'll bore.
I won't go too far back. But long story short, Mike Abney, CEO, COO, Nitrous Express. He's the fucking bigwig, right?
Right.
He brings me into the office. He's like, hey, I want you to come over here. So we go in the front office. Now, if you go into the front office of Nitrous Express, either you're headed out the door or you're headed up the ladder. You know what I mean? There's not really much of an in between. It's pretty much progress or get the fuck out.
Right.
And so he brings me into the front office and he says, you are now manufacturer's representative for Nitrous Express. Okay, cool. So then that weekend was Jake's Race, or Big Jake's Race, as you call it.
Right.
And this is when
at XRP
Billy was in town and he was just hanging out with Tess and Tony. And Tony was doing his whole radial sticky track bullshit.
Right.
And Billy was there just talking shit. And I seen Billy on social media and was like, oh, no brainer. So I went to Mike Abney and I said, yo, Mike, me and Balake, no longer with NX, but still got love for Balake. Me and Balake are going to go to Jake's Race this weekend and we're going to sponsor Billy. And we're going to say, you know, anything we can do, help him. Let's do it.
Right.
And he said, okay, cool. And so then fast forward, Billy sends me your number. And I hit you up, and I think I said something about like, hey, this is Tom with Nitrous Express, or something like, hey, it's Jimmy Dale, or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Or maybe I just said, hey, holler at me. Something like that. And you said, I'm not talking to some green bubble ass motherfucker. And I'm paraphrasing because those aren't the words you said. And then I responded back that if we weren't too busy sponsoring shaky motherfuckers like you, I would be able to get an iPhone. And then you immediately called me. And we've been talking shit since then.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's pretty much how the first interaction that you and me had. I mean,
I think a lot of people think I'm like really uptight based on like my YouTube channel, the voiceovers and stuff. Like I don't, you know what I mean?
Well, you're doing voiceovers at 4 in the morning. So how do you not sound uptight? I had an Android, not a Samsung. It was a Google Pixel 3. All right? Freaking get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how we hit it off.
That's how we hit it off. You don't have anybody in your life that holds you accountable but me. So shout out to Jimmy. Hold the old man accountable.
Hold up.
That's the truth.
Say what?
You don't have anybody that holds you accountable.
Me?
Yeah, you're like one of those 8-second bulls and you're just fucking throwing your horns around and you needed a Jimmy to jump on top and be like, here, I'm gonna hold this Johnny by the reins, by the nuts. I got
You're on freaking crack. You're on crack.
No, I'm not on crack, but I'm high on life. All right. Why do slow people say anything faster than them is not a streetcar? That was one of the questions. Why do slow people say anything faster than them isn't a streetcar?
All right. So this is just my opinion. There's 3 levels to streetcar. You ready?
Oh boy, here we go.
You ready?
You're opening the can of worms. I'm not doing it.
I'm doing it. I don't give a shit. I don't care.
All right, good. Fine
There's
then.
3 levels. There's 3 levels of streetcar. You ready?
Yeah.
You got your daily driver. And what that is something that if you just have to run a quick errand, you've got, all right, let's say grandma's in the hospital, right? Grandma's in the hospital and you got to jump in something real quick and get there pretty fast and valet parking can get in it and go, right?
Yeah.
Daily driver.
So you would say the Malibu is a daily driver?
It's outlaw daily. It's on the edge.
Hey, why is it outlaw daily though?
Because that shifter, like, I think that's the reason it didn't get stolen that day. That guy jumped in my dually when that guy stole my dually. I got him on
Yeah.
camera. He was sniffing around the Malibu, but he saw that shifter and he decided he wasn't going to fuck with that, so he jumped in my dually. But
Yeah, I agree. All right, so
something
that's
daily,
outlaw daily.
yeah. So daily driver, something that you can, like, you're not going to be like, no, I don't want to mess with that right now. I just need to get there and get back. That's your daily. My Malibu is my daily. That is my daily. It has power steering, power brakes, air conditioning. It's all there. The wipers work. I can drive it in the rain if I have to. It is what it is. That's my daily. Okay. It doesn't have a parachute hanging off the back, doesn't have a roll cage or roll bar in it. It's comfortable. It's quiet, right? It's got overdrive, lockup converter. That's my daily. It's not the fastest daily in the world, but it's my daily, right?
Yep.
Then you step up to streetcars. Basically, that ranges from right about my Malibu to basically race cars with tags. Okay, race cars with tags. I'm
Are
just
you
saying.
talking to me?
Yeah,
Are
I'm
you
talking
talking
to
to me?
you. Yeah, race
Are
cars
you
with
talking to
tags.
me?
That's what you got. That's what you got. You ain't got no
Yeah.
daily driver.
Yeah, I do.
Fool, that thing
Well,
only
this
holds
weekend I do. This
It only
weekend at
holds six
H-Town
gallons
Throwdown,
of
I got a
freaking
daily
gas,
driver.
Jimmy. Your shit only
Huh.
holds 6 gallons of gas. You ain't going nowhere in that
That's a
fucking
lie.
car.
It holds 8. Okay.
Okay, 8. It ain't going nowhere. Plus, it's $12, $14 a gallon. I fill up $3 a gallon E85 out of the pump.
I
That's my
fill
daily.
up 110 out of a pump for $10 a gallon.
And then
My gas
one
is the
step,
same color
just
as your
shut,
gas.
just shut up. So
Okay.
you got daily, you got street cars, and then you've got race cars with tags that have to pull a trailer to go 500 miles.
Hmm.
Tell me I'm not lying.
Facts.
Tell me I'm not
Let's go
lying.
back to another question real quick. We're gonna
All right.
jump off of that conversation to another question. This guy says, "Dragon drives, is finishing in the top 3 in any of the classes meaningful?"
Well, sure it is. I mean, why wouldn't it be?
No, it's not.
You
Because
don't
you
Why
get
not?
didn't beat
split.
anybody.
You don't
Cause
get a split. You don't get
no, babe.
What do you mean?
It's Dragon Drive. They never beat anybody. The only thing they do is see how fast they can go. So
I missed
no.
that part.
Is finishing top 3 in any class meaningful at a Dragon Drive? No, you didn't beat anybody. You just flexed your wallet to be the fastest guy who can
I
pull
can
a
see.
trailer around the
Okay,
country.
I can see that, but like I was wanting to do a drag and drive here in Ohio, and we kind of talked about it to a couple of people, and then the next thing you know, there's this um, some drag and drive popped up here in Ohio, and it was sponsored by Summit, and I think that's got something to do with the latest brouhaha on the internet. But Billy and I were planning on doing one, but the drag and drive we were planning on doing was you have to actually go and compete at each track. The car has to compete and survive and make the next drive, right?
Yeah,
And
I like it.
no trailers.
Yeah, like when I think of Dragon Drive, I think of my bump button doesn't work. That's what I think of. Oh, mister, I'm going to put on the second bulb and build boost. That's what I think of. All right, here's a great question. What
All
is
right.
the best race you've ever had? Can you think about it for a second? What's the best race you've ever had?
What do you mean by best? You mean I
Like,
don't know.
what's the most memorable race you've ever had?
Nobody's gonna like that answer out of me.
Well, you want me to answer it first, and you can think about how you're going to
Yeah,
deliver it to
I
me?
mean I know what's the most memorable race for me, but go ahead.
Okay, for me was winning the Cheap Street World Finals last year against Sean Fleming in the final. I went a double O something on the light. I went a 009. He went a 030 on the light. And then I went, it was a 675 index at Cheap Street. And it was a 675. And my ass went like a 676. And he went a 678. And so at the end, you couldn't even tell who won. So for me, that was the most memorable race ever. It was an index race. It wasn't, I mean, I've had some races that were like 10K grudge races, but those just weren't as like hard to win. Like the index race was harder to win, and so for me, that's the most memorable race for me.
For me, I mean, there's been a lot of them for me, but I guess when I beat Billy in the street with my Malibu versus that little red Mustang, that was pretty cool.
That's a great answer. Yeah, I did get a Wally though, fucker.
I've had a lot of really good races.
Look at that bad boy.
Oh my
It's
God.
not a Wally, it's a Folly. It's a fake Wally, you see? And it's built just like me. They literally made it a Wally of me. You see? You see what I did there?
I see.
That's a funny joke. But yeah, look at that. Cheap Street. Yeah, buddy.
Number 2 most memorable for me. Number 2 most memorable. Cheap Street at the Gut.
That's awesome. I'm 100%. Happy to hear that.
Like that was that was crazy. Did I win? I won first round, and then I was like, I can't do this anymore. I was like, I think I messaged you. I was like, dude, I'm going to bed. It was headed for like, huh? Oh yeah,
you and said, hey, I can't do it. I'm going to bed. And then I'm sitting here. I'm like, where is the old man? They're calling his class. And he said, oh, he's going to bed. He forfeit. And so I come running over to the trailer and I swing the door open and your ass is asleep.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
The dogs are going crazy. The dogs are barking their asses off. You're like, trying to kill you. I'm like, hey, what are the chances I get to drive the Cracker Barrel right now? And you're like, just shut the fuck up and get out. Like pretty much, just like you said, knock yourself out, Jimmy. Like knock yourself out. I said, okay, bet. I went and got in it and I fucking won for you. That was a really memorable race for me.
It was.
That was
and
awesome.
You had never even driven that car, never even sat in it. I don't. No. You sat in it at PRI.
I sat in it at PRI and act like I was smoking a doobie in it, but no, I didn't actually ever drive it until right then. Like I had never used a shifter. I've never driven a $700 R4 car in my life. And then I guessed the light against old boy and ran out of his life, boy. I bet he's probably watching this right now. Thank you, buddy. So I think best race you've ever had and best moment in racing so far are kind of the same. I think I can answer this second one for you. Best moment in racing for you so far? Watching Billy win the 10K-er with the big wheelie?
That was a really good night. That was a really good night. There's been a lot. There's been a lot of them. That was a really good night. So when Billy did that big wheelie, that was up at Magnolia. He was running Eric Mann's in that Boston George Mustang, and I mean they're good friends, but they're obviously very competitive. You know what I mean? And that was a big one for me because everybody, like, oh God, I don't know if I want to go down this rabbit hole. All right, so there's a lot of people that always compare the Falcon to the truck, okay, and the LS to the small block Chevy. Okay, so listen, that Falcon may look like a pile of shit, but it is literally not. It is everything that it's not supposed to be. It is underneath, right? And it's a very well built car. It's a Mike Lau LF motor. It's a Mike Lau motor. It's a really good car. It's a really good engine. Really good combination. It was purpose built as a race car, point blank. Okay, Billy's S10 he drove to freaking high school, and it just got added to and added to and added to and made faster and faster and faster and faster from a street car. It was never built as a purpose built race car, never. And then Junior inevitably would do stupid things like putting a -8 to a -12 adapter fitting on the fuel cell and not tell his dad. And we'd run the truck for 6 months, and carburetor leans out above 24 pounds of boost, but the carburetor's a piece of shit. Dad don't know what he's doing. I mean, everybody on the internet would just roast me, and I'm pulling my freaking hair out. And until he finally melted that thing down at Marion one night, and we took it home, and he's like, "I'm going to replumb this fuel system." And he went to pull the fittings out, and I said, "What in the hell is that right there in the fuel tank?" It was an adapter fitting. The fuel pump needed -12 line. He put a -8 to a 12 adapter fitting on it.
Oh, so that's what we're blaming now, huh?
That's what it was. I chased that freaking thing for almost a year.
Oh, fucking A.
I was
So I
never
think
so
you just
happy as to
answered the
see him.
second part of the question.
What is it?
I think you just answered worst moments in racing for you so far. I think you just answered it.
Oh, there's been worse. It's been
Well,
worse
like
than that.
Billy wrecking the Nova is probably pretty bad,
Yeah.
but that was immediately followed by, okay, we know why it wrecked. It wasn't our fault, and Billy's okay. So, like, I don't think that's worst moment in racing for you so far. Worst moment in racing for me is me and Morgan had some stuff happen in our life that was really traumatic that we're not going to talk about. But I ended up having to sell my race car, and I sold my race car for pennies on the dollar.
That's
But
usually what happens.
that's pretty sad, dude. That was probably the worst moment in racing for me so far, was having to sell my car fast. Like, I had to get rid of it. I had no
Dude,
trust.
you're always telling me protect the vibe, and the vibe just went
Yeah. Okay.
rebound.
Then the next question is opinions on best ways to get started building a street car, where to look. Again, that's a trick question. You don't build a race car. You don't build a street car. You go buy something turnkey. If you're not buying a
Oh,
car
Jimmy,
turnkey,
look, not everybody has that opportunity. Not everybody has money just to go buy a turnkey car. Some people like to build things with their own two hands, right? Dude, there would not be a Billy the Kid today if I went out and bought him a turnkey race car and handed it to him. Facts.
about Magic Johnson, it was freaking turnkey.
Well, you got a different story. That's a different thing. You know, there would not be a Billy the Kid today if I wouldn't have bought him a turnkey race car. There wouldn't be any
She
of
really
this.
feels like shining on all these motherfuckers right now. Can you tell? She
Yeah.
just scooted off in here real quick. Hello, I'm here to shine.
No, I don't hold nothing against anybody that goes and buys a turnkey race car. Don't get me wrong, but in the case of our family, that was not possible. I didn't have the money to go buy him a turnkey race car. First of all, the street racing thing was never even on the radar. That just happened. Like, we got invited to go street races S10 one weekend, and we showed up and we did really well. I think we only lost one race, and I think that's because Billy jumped the light a little bit.
Whatever. Hey,
And
rather be
after that,
lucky than good any day, baby.
right, and after that, we were hooked. Like when we
Biggest
first,
influencers. Sorry, go ahead. You got any more?
yeah, just a little bit. When Billy first built his S10, we put a small block in it. It was going to be a 12.0 Sportsman bracket truck. It was never intended to be a street race truck. That's why the front end got painted white. We painted the front end white while we were V8ing, putting the V8 in. And after that weekend going down there and street racing, that was it. That was it. It was done. No more Sportsman bracket racing, none of that. No bracket racing, period. We were done. That's all we wanted to do. That's all we could think about. That's all we could dream about. We thought about it first thing in the morning, and we fell asleep at night thinking about it for years.
Gross.
You're making her puke in her mouth a little bit. Quit saying the B word.
What? B word?
Yeah, bracket.
No, that's not who I'm throwing up in my mouth over.
Okay. Biggest influencers of the no prep scene in your own opinions. I mean, that's a loaded question, bro. I think Billy the Kid and Tommy and all SRC is definitely one of the biggest no prep scene. I think, influencers in no prep, dude.
Y'all
That's a
don't want to
hard
see
one.
me arm wrestle him. I will take him down.
You want to arm wrestle right now? If I get up here, you can sit over there. And we'll get it. We'll arm wrestle for you right now. I'll let her win.
We'll leg wrestle.
No, we will not.
Come
You'll
on,
definitely
leg
win
wrestle
that.
me.
No, I can't afford an injury before a big race this weekend. Shit. She's trying to leg wrestle someone built like that. What is wrong with you?
How did we go from the biggest influencer in no prep to leg wrestling?
Because she robbed the conversation. Just like she's robbing all the attention. Oh, look. Now we got two attention.
Yeah.
Did you say something about the biggest influencers?
Yeah. Who do you think the biggest influencers? Don't say yourselves.
Beater bomb.
Oh, the phone even fell out. The phone fell out with that response.
Beater bomb. There you go, folks. That's what we got to live for. Got 3,100 people on here, and we get shined out by freaking Joey.
I can't believe she just did that.
I can. She's a big beater bomb fan, but there's a lot cuter racers out there. Yeah, biggest influencers in the no prep scene. I mean, you gotta say no prep kings, guys, bro. You gotta say that. Like maybe Chief, but like Boosted GT, pretty big influencer in the no prep scene. Like, you know.
I mean, who? Okay, so who on No Prep Kings has a YouTube channel?
Boosted GT, Ryan Martin.
He don't really post that much. Does Ryan Martin have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, Fireball Camaro. I mean, I don't watch it, but it's there.
So, I mean, that's kind of a loaded question. I don't know. Maybe people that watch strictly just the TV stuff would probably pick somebody different than what I would.
Yeah, who would you pick if you can't pick yourselves? Turbo John? Turbo John's a great influencer for the scene.
Yeah, Turbo John is. I think Chief and Jackie.
Limpy. There you go. That's a good one. Limpy. Yeah, for sure. I would say Limpy has no prep on his back right now. Dog, will you get out of my damn face? I'm trying to do a live.
I'm trying to think, like, just being honest, the only, like, I struggle to watch YouTube. I don't watch much YouTube, honestly.
1320.
1320.
Anyhow, let's keep it moving.
That's good.
Yeah, 1320 for sure.
187 Customs has a good YouTube channel. I think I watch them. Honestly, the only ones I really watch is Chief and Jackie, and I watch Sean, Murder Nova, and Phantom, Turbo John, CJ Buckner.
Poland, you can't fucking
Jimmy Dale.
You can't elect yourself. Michael Poland elected himself. He said, "I'm the biggest influencer." Well, Poland, until you start a YouTube channel, you ain't shit.
Yeah, Guy Kelly's got a YouTube channel, but I don't really. I haven't really watched much of it. Farm Truck and Asian's got a YouTube channel. I watch that every once in a while.
All right, so you and me both thought that this was a good conversation piece right here. What maybe you both experienced getting into the hobby at first? What do you both experience getting into the hobby at first? The differences between his generation and your generation, bumps along the way, and what you'd do differently. I know my answer if you know yours.
Go ahead, you first.
Okay, so when I got into the scene, I bought a $2,000 roller. It was a Ford Granada. And the easiest way for me to go racing was to put an LS in it and whatever transmission I found. And that's what I did, right? And so then I went and raced a Yellow Belly. And then that immediately pushes you off into a grudge racing thing, right?
Yeah.
And so then for a few years, from like 2017 till 2019, we chased the grudge racing on a radial prep track for big money. We chased all that for 2 or 3 years, right?
Yeah.
And with grudge racing, the biggest mistake I made at the time was not having I didn't have the money, first off. I didn't have enough money to bet like that. But second, dog is like, get the peanut butter out, old man.
You dickhead.
Oh, that's a good one. So for me in grudge racing, I didn't have enough money or the confidence to bet enough money to make grudge racing successful. Like I would go out, I would bet $1,000. You remember that time I asked you, "Hey, can we bet $1,000?" And you said against who? And I said, Pretty Tony.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you said, "Yeah, I think we got him." And so I bet him $1,000. Well, guess what? They were betting $10,000. They were betting so much money that if they won, it would have made a difference on their program. And I never had the confidence to bet that kind of money. So that was probably my downfall in getting into racing and the bumps along the way. And now I've kind of learned that you really need to race within your means, and that means to race True Street, Daily Driver, Outlaw Daily. That's how you be competitive. No prep. No prep is the answer. But I think you already maybe answered yours, but tell us, give it to us.
What was the question again?
The question is, what was your experience when you first got into the hobby of drag racing?
It's just been your life.
It's just, dude, I don't know, man. It's just been my life. It's all I could ever think about since I was probably 15 years old.
Same.
Was, driving and cruising around I had a Nova, same year Nova is what I got now. And that's all I could think about. That's all I cared about was just hot rod magazines and trying to learn new things. And I used to carry a stack of Carcraft and hot rod magazines with me everywhere. And I'd go to Vicky's parents' house every night after school, and I'd walk in with this big stack of magazines. And I felt like her mom and dad kind of rolled their eyes at me, but it is what it is.
Looks like it worked out for you, buddy.
Vicky,
All right, this is a good one. Opinions on crew guys having to stand next to their guy to give the flagger a thumbs up when they are ready. Now, we saw this a bunch at War in the Woods. I thought it was hilarious because the crew guy is over there and he's standing next to the car, right? The guy's standing next to the window and he's watching the boost gauge real close. And then once it hit the target booster on the popper, he would look up at Limpy and he'd go,
yeah. That's kind of a New York thing.
Limpy didn't give a fuck. Limpy did not give any shits. He completely ignored the guy over there that was like, if the 5 seconds were up, Limpy had already cut him off and was looking at the other guy over there. You know what I'm saying? And
dude, I can't.
I thought that was funny, but
I'm gonna have to go out to the shop. Every time I look up the television, she's got Dr. Pimple Popper on the freaking television.
That's gross, bro.
Gross shit. They're peeling people open. There's nasty shit spewing out. That's why I sit in the shop all the time. I don't even come in the house anymore. Come on, girls. June Pup's coming. Scrap's staying. All right.
We met when we were in high school. We both went to an alternative school because we were thugs. And the security guard, this is how thugging it was. The security guard is the one who sits you where you sit. Like it was assigned seating. And he set me across from this. And her doctor had her all fucked up on like Adderall or fucking Ritalin or some shit.
Adderall.
Yeah, huh?
Adderall.
Her doctor had her all skitzed out on Adderall to like focus. And so I'm like, the first thing I said to her is, "Are you a crackhead?"
Oh my God.
And the rest is history. She had like this mullet thing, but she's always been cute. All right, I'm gonna say these very fast. You're gonna just blurt out your answers, okay?
How long have we been live, dude? We've been on here over an hour. It's time to get off here.
I got one more to go. Okay.
All right.
You ready?
Yeah.
Turbo or nitrous? You're supposed to answer it fast. Turbo or nitrous?
Turbo.
LS or small block Chevy?
Small block Chevy.
Hemi or big block Chevy?
Big block Chevy.
Oprah or Milk Mama?
What?
Milk Mama, duh.
Milk Mama. Are you shitting me?
He said milk me.
Milk me.
Almost
kind of
got him
fucking-
there.
Who got?
Front
Oh my!
side,
Where are
back
you
side
getting
of
these
street.
questions from? All right, what?
I just made that last part up. Nobody asked Oprah or Milk Mama. I just
Me
wanted to
either.
see who that's going to be.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
I think we touched it all. I think this has been our best, most successful shit show yet.
Well, it's only our second one. It's not hard.
You're right. You're right. It hasn't been hard. It hasn't been hard.
Oh my God. Are we about done?
We're about done. Do you have anything else that you want to tell the people or talk about?
I can't think of anything tonight. I've been busting ass here in the shop. I just barely got back here at the house in time to get on here.
All right, plug some merch. Show them the merch you got.
What? I don't. What?
Come on, babe. Get some sexy merch for them. Something.
I'm sorry, they want to see me.
So,
like it's like the peanut gallery in here. All they hear is wah, 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 and they're like focused on this big glowing beam of light over here. That's all they care about.
Hey everyone, come and see how hot I am.
Everybody.
so evidently this weekend is Father's Day, and so we've been bombarded with merch orders. People like kids and wives buying merch for Father's Day. So Vicky's been out here working on shipping merch out all week, slamming it.
Nice. They could buy Jimmy Dale merch too for Father's Day, but it won't be there in time. Ha ha! Look at that. You can get one of these. You'll get it when you get it. It probably won't be there anytime soon.
Nope. And for all those asking where your merch is, it's somewhere.
No, it's in our living room. Check it out. Hold on. Flipping the camera around. Look, so these are the boxes that I've already gone through that, ready to be shipped out. There's whatever the hell that is. There's Small Tire Gangster shirts. There's Heartbeat of Small Tire shirts. Look at this. I'm going to send you one of these because you need one of these. Look at that. It's a polo Small Tire
Gangster. I don't
Gangster.
wear polos.
Sure you do. What if you're going to go golfing?
I don't go golfing.
Well, I didn't say you're going to. I said, what if you're going to go golfing?
Okay, so I'm not going golfing.
Well, look, it's your size. Here, hold it. Here, hold the camera so they can see this. This is high quality. What do you know about that, everybody?
That is pretty sick.
With the...
It'd be even better if it said I fucked with Jimmy Dale.
But I'm going golfing, but I like to party,
It's the mullet of golf shirts.
Yeah, it's the mullet of golf shirts. Like, I'm going golfing. I'm here. I'm professional. I got a collar. But, I like to party. So, we got them.
Jesus.
You can order that shit on JimmyDaleRacing.com, but I don't know when it'll get sent out. That's a fucking fact. But, all right, buddy. We did good tonight, bud. We did good. I think we did great.
My God.
Yep.
Except for the beater bomb bullshit. I was about ready to freaking flush my phone down the toilet when she did that.
I mean, I'm just not a fan, bro. Like, we're not supposed to talk about that. My bad. We should get off here before I make an ass of myself.
Too late.
All right. Well, tune in Monday. I'll be making an ass of myself on national television, everybody.
Jesus Christ.
All right. Later, dude. Be
See
good.
you, buddy. Love y'all.
Bye, buddy.